Hi friends, welcome to Naresh IT Technologies. Let us continue with the next session of the topic profit and loss. Let us look into the first problem. The cost price of 30 articles is equal to selling price of X articles. Find X if there is a profit of 20% in the transaction. Now here he is saying that the cost price of 30 articles is same as the selling price of X articles and there is a profit of 20% in the transaction. Definitely if there is a profit of 20% in the transaction, the value of X should be less than 30. Now to solve this problem we have different methods. Now let us look into the different methods of solving this particular problem. Now the first method, cost price of 30 articles is selling price of X articles. So definitely we know that the value of X should be less than 30. That means he purchases 30 articles and he sells X articles. So how many articles are his profit? Definitely his profit should be 30 minus X articles. And we know that profit percentage or loss percentage with respect to quantity is always calculated on quantity sold. So 30 minus X articles are his profit, which should always be calculated on quantity sold, that is X articles, into 100 should be equal to 20. Now solving this, 30 minus X by X is equal to 1 by 5, cross multiply, 150 minus 5X equal to X, or 6X is equal to 150 and X is equal to 150 by 6, which is 25. So the value of X is 25. Now this is one way of solving this particular problem. Now let us look into the alternate method of solving this problem without writing all these equations. Now here if we look carefully, cost price of 30 articles is selling price of X articles and there is a profit of 20%. When I say there is a profit of 20%, this 20% in terms of fraction is 1 by 5. Now we know that we are calculating profit with respect to quantity. When I say with respect to quantity, in the denominator always we have to write the quantity sold. So what is the simple meaning of this? When I say there is a profit of 1 by 5, it means if we sell 5 articles, 1 article should be remaining as profit. Now we sell 5 articles and 1 article is remaining. That means we should be having 6 articles. For every 6 articles we have, we need to sell 5 articles. For every 6 articles we have, we need to sell 5 articles. Then we will have a profit of 1 article on 5 articles, that is 1 by 5. But how many articles are here? So here we have 30 articles. Now if there are 6 articles, we sell 5 articles. If there are 30 articles, how many articles we need to sell? 6 5s are 30, 5 5s are 25. So answer is 25 articles. Now these are the two methods in which we can solve this particular problem. Now let us look into one more problem. Now let us look into the next problem. A shopkeeper purchases lemons at the rate of 20 lemons for 5 rupees. How many lemons should he sell for 10 rupees to get a profit of 25% in the transaction? Now to solve this problem also we have two different methods. Now let us look into both the methods and let us see which method will be easy for us to answer this question. Now in the question he is saying that a shopkeeper purchases lemons at the rate of 20 lemons for 5 rupees. How many lemons should he sell for 10 rupees to get a profit of 25% in the transaction? Now if he purchases 20 lemons for 5 rupees, definitely he will be purchasing 40 lemons for 10 rupees. Now this 10 rupees would be the cost price of 40 lemons. Now for 10 rupees, if he purchases 40 lemons, for how many rupees should he sell these 40 lemons in order to get a profit of 25% in the transaction? Now the same 40 lemons should be sold at rupees 12 rupees 50 paisa to get a profit of 25% in the transaction. Very simple, profit of 25%. 25% of 10 rupees. 25% of 10 rupees is 2 rupees 50 paisa. So, 40 lemons should be sold at a profit of 2 rupees 50 paisa. That means the total selling price should be 12 rupees 50 paisa in order to get a profit of 25% in the transaction. Now the question is very simple. For 12 rupees 50 paisa, if he sells 40 lemons, for 10 rupees, how many lemons should he sell? Cross multiply 40 into 10 by 12 rupees 50 paisa. Now simplifying this, 40 into 10 into 10 by 125, 5 25s, 5 2s, 5 5s, 5 2s, 5 8s, 8 into 2 into 2, it is 32. So for 10 rupees, the shopkeeper has to sell 32 lemons in order to get a profit of 25% in the transaction. Now let us see the alternate method of solving this particular problem in a simple way. Now we know that the shopkeeper is purchasing lemons, that is 20 lemons for 5 rupees. Obviously for 10 rupees he is going to purchase 40 lemons, and by selling he should get a profit of 25%. 25% in terms of fraction is 1 by 4. Now what is the simple meaning of this? Now if there is a profit of 1 by 4, that means if he sells 4 lemons, 1 lemon should be remaining with him as profit. He gives away 4 lemons and he should keep 1 lemon with him as profit. It means if the shopkeeper has 5 lemons, he should be selling 4 lemons. This is selling. He should be selling 4 lemons in order to get a profit of 25% in the transaction. Now we know that for 10 rupees the shopkeeper purchased 40 lemons. So if he has 5 lemons, he will be selling 4 lemons. If he has 40 lemons, then how many lemons should he sell? 5 8s are 40, 4 8s are 32. So answer is 32 lemons. Now this is the alternate method to solve this particular problem. Now let us look into one more example in the same model. Now let us look into the third problem. A shopkeeper sells 45 oranges at rupees 160 and gets a loss of 20%. How many oranges should he sell for rupees 96 to get a profit of 20% in the transaction? Now in the question it is given that a shopkeeper initially is selling 45 oranges for rupees 160, but by selling 45 oranges at rupees 160, he is getting a loss of 20%. So definitely this 160 rupees would be 80% of cost price. So by selling 45 oranges at rupees 160, there is a loss of 20%. That is, this 160 rupees is 80% of cost price. Now the shopkeeper wants a profit of 20%. If the shopkeeper wants a profit of 20%, first of all let us try to find out the same 45 oranges should be sold at how many rupees to get a profit of 20%. Now to get a profit of 20%, definitely the shopkeeper should sell at 120% of cost price. Now 80% of cost price is 160 rupees. What is 120% of cost price? So 120% of cost price should be 240 rupees. So 45 oranges should be sold at rupees 240 rupees in order to get a profit of 20%, or vice versa. For 240 rupees the shopkeeper has to sell 45 oranges in order to get a profit of 20%. Now the question is very simple. For 96 rupees, how many oranges should he sell? For 240 rupees, he will be selling 45 oranges. For 96 rupees, how many oranges should he sell? So 45 into 96 by 240. Calculating this, 24 tens, 24 fours, 5 twos, 5 nines, 2 twos, 9 into 2, 18 oranges. That means for 96 rupees, the shopkeeper has to sell 18 oranges in order to get a profit of 20% in the transaction. Thank you for watching. For more videos, subscribe to Naresh IT.